Hey, DMV. DMV. This is your host, Rob Parker, back again with another episode 59. Today is August the 18th, 2026. You are here with another episode with your favorite host, Rob Parker. As you're watching right now, you're tuning in to the District Live Sports podcast show. So, thank y'all for tuning in with another episode. Thank you for subscribing to our show, our platform. We got a lot of takeaways from these segments that we got today, involving with movies, involving with Commanders preseason week 1. We got segments about the Wizards. We got commercials we got to distribute out. We got little side segments to talk about, man. I'm excited, man. Y'all excited? Listen, Digital Live Sports is coming out with a triple decker this month. Not a triple decker episode with me, Nick Adala. I wish. But a triple decker with 3 episodes. So give a shout out, give a hooray, a congrats to the best sport broadcast in the DMV with the District Live Sports Podcast Show. You tuning in again. We're here with the first segment of the day. We're going to just go ahead and go right to it. The game from this past weekend was something eager to watch, especially not watching football since January. And not the playoff January. We're talking about the regular season January with the extended weeks with NFL has, as of now, Commanders. It is a lovely sight to see the full real branded burgundy and white. I love the new colorways. I know we had an episode talking about the colorway with the Washington Commanders uniform at one of these episodes. I just wanted to give a shout out to Adam Peters and Josh Harris for allowing them to get back to that home native, regime with the uniforms. Like, I'm honored to watch this type of stuff again. Seeing us in those beauties where they was displaying this past weekend at home against the Miami Dolphins, man, I love that, man. Like, hate to see our team not to have a lot of our starters in this past week, but it's preseason. As you can see with a lot of teams, including us, a lot of teams is losing players left and right. And it's only been like literally 2 or 3 weeks into the training camp. Preseason 1 just went away, so now we look at the preseason 2 for this weekend. We got Larry Tunsil. There's really no long table for him. Hopefully, we're talking about maybe 10 to 12 weeks, but some may say the end of the season. Trey Amos is, from what I've heard, is not looking good in terms of from what he flared up on his ankle. I'm hoping he has a fast recovery because we definitely need help in the cornerback room. And Allegretti, I've heard that he's coming back off an injury. Missing 2 weeks of training camp is a step back, and he's gonna have to go ahead and get his reps in. So with teams all around the league, man, like, it's so many players. It's just hurt. It's just too much to really kind of like go here and there with statistics of who hurt. But seeing in our status, saying it's about the next man up. Commanders have been making some little slight moves on the side, picking up some players to, go ahead and fill in depth positions. We had an addition of Stephon Diggs to, come around and starting to, show a little bit of blossom into the offense and in the practice. I know we've gotten some old familiar faces like Fabian Monroe came in the cornerback room to help out with that. And yeah, I think we made some other moves into the running back room from what I've heard, and also a linebacker. So Commanders is steady working, but let's go ahead and get right into this preseason of these takeaways. The running game, like I've talked about recently, with none of the started running back like Rashad and Bill not playing, it's understandable. But seeing Fat Boy, Katron Allen from Penn State, and you got your guy Robert Henry scoring, both players scoring, and both of them combining of like almost 150 yards from scrimmage. I mean, hey man, that's a really good sight to see. Very good to see a competitive backfield. From what I've heard, I think Jeremy McNichols is actually dealing with a nagging injury, and hoping that whenever he can come back, we still have these young guns to show up and improve while they want to be on his team. I love that. As a Commander fan, I love that. So I want to see what Game 2 is all about when we play against Detroit this weekend. So I can't wait for that. With the Sonny Styles pick, I mean, one of my favorite picks in a long time besides Jaden Daniels, and not really much in the past. I mean, it's been some like great first round picks that Commanders have chose, or the Washington football team, or Redskins, but Sonny Styles, man, that's when like we might have drafted, if not a Pro Bowler, a all NFL team. Like, I feel like we got a stud at that pick, man. With him being so hard on himself, though, him not getting a lot of burn, it's like, hey, bro, go ahead and slow it down. You're going to get your feet wet real soon. Sonny Styles looked really good in terms of, like, where he was placed, reading the defense, and some plays that he executed. I know there was some, like, might have been like some running plays. He might have missed a gap or two, but I'm not really too harsh on him because I know as a rookie, he's still got to learn, even though depending on what his college resume is, once you get into pros, it's a whole new ball game, whole new world. But love to see somebody who's very constructive on himself, is working to be better and to look for more opportunities. Hoping that Devontae Jones don't expose him too much in what we have in the defense. But hey, whatever he shows, I know he's capable of doing it and excelling. With Quan Martin, one of the players that had takeovers for this game, and shout out to Devontae Jones, man, for establishing a real aggressive defense, man. A team that's going to really unleash this front seven, and you got players who can actually make plays around the ball when that quarterback is under pressure. Quan Martin always been like one of those athletic, like, playmaking safeties, but most Commander fans like us always wanted to see if we can expect more aggressiveness in terms of tackling. Now, with me, my philosophy is, as long as you're doing something, I feel like you're good enough as a starter. I tend to question that, but seeing the skill set and him being out that field, it was really good. It was really good to see the Commanders, using him in that point in the game, and him coming out with that pick, bro. Like, I was like, okay, he solidified an extra spot on the free safety, on his depth chart. So I'm not mad at it. What I am mad with one of the Commanders this past week is our boy Sam Hartman. Yeah, he's getting quiet now. Sam Hartman, to me, is not really the guy that I really want us to keep looking at as a third guy on this roster. Marcus got hurt a little bit into the game. Might have been a little stretcher. Maybe he caught a cramp. Or maybe he just don't feel like playing, so he just faked his injury. But whatever it is, depending on his timetable of his injury or whatever Marcus had, faced with, we had to rely heavy on what could be available next. We are aware that Jaden is a high-profile quarterback, can do a lot of luxury things at that position. But if he was to go out, and inevitably, I mean, it may happen, we are FUCKED. Like, we are in a shit bag because Sam Hartman, I'm not really confident on him. From the first preseason, like his rookie, I gave him some slouch. You know what I'm saying? I kind of gave him some slack. You know, I was just like, it's his first go around. Second year, I started to get a little bit irritable. I was just like, all right, bro, like, we get it. You know, didn't really have that much, you know, starter experience, but, you know, you are a professional at this point. This year, bro, this past game, nah, bro, I was just so few, bro. Like, I was kind of livid on the way he was just directing the offense, the way that he was making passes and not making the best decisions. I got a lot of expectations on the third string quarterback. Yeah, I do. What you gonna do about it? Like, I'm validated, bro. I'm entitled to how I feel about a specific player, and I just feel like Sam Hartman, it shouldn't be. If we know he gonna be playing like this, and we got a guy, I'm not gonna pronounce a name that, you know, it's gonna be very hard to pronounce. My man Ethan K. I'm gonna just call him Ethan K. I really just feel like Sam should take some more time, need to know what he gotta do, and realize, you know, if you don't really show any type of improvement, at least since you've been in his tenure, man, I don't know if they should really just have you around, you know, as a third stringer or a ball boy, or even a guy that just, you know, be those practice personnel groups. Like, nah, I just feel like he should just look for other opportunities if he's not taking it serious. This is like sports. This is just what it is, man. I take my sports serious. Love the Commanders, man. I got love for Sam Hartman, bro, but, bro, you got to pick it up. And overall, with the game, those preseason, man, football is back. Week 1 of the NFL season is like less than 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. Next week. Yeah, it's like in 3 weeks, bro. Commanders got some decisions to make. I'm really loving with the staff is doing. Really loving the engagement with the practices. I'm loving that the general managers like Adam Peters is paying attention to what the team needs. And yeah, like I just feel like they got a great philosophy going on right now. From what I've heard in interviews, you got players that are pissed, players that's not really feeling what happened in the previous year, and they want to work on those things. They want to really challenge on those mental things on where they want to be better in for the upcoming season. I can't wait, man. This week against the Detroit Lions, we're going to do a slight breakdown. Hopefully we do a little bit of what to see, maybe what to expect to see for Saturday's game. Hoping a better results from Sam Hartman. But hey, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's get into the first DMV commercial. Shout out to my homegirl. Shout out to Sassy Mixologist. That's Sassy _Mixologist on Instagram. She got endless flavors, endless good taste, endless good designs of drinks. You got all the types of, you know, adult drinks that you could possibly think of. You know, great bartender, great caterer, and, you know, for services. You can reach her through her phone. Business line at 202-570-6248. That's 202-570-6248. Sassy Mixologist. Follow her at Instagram at Sassy Mixologist. again. Appreciate you. Back to the District Live Sports Podcast Show. Man, I really want to get into the Spider-Man Brand New Day post, but I feel like this episode don't really deserve all of that depth in one, because I really want to get into the latest topic, the latest movie that Marvel is premiering. District Live Sports, we're not sponsored by Marvel, but goddamn, we love Marvel. We talk about it almost every episode now. We started a trend, and we're just gonna go ahead and continue it. Shout out to the movie previewers, the movie reviewers. Shout out to the movie theaters that's out there. You got AMC, Alamo, you got iPic, man. Shout out to all the directors who's is in the movie game. Us fans and us comic book fans, man, we love some good superhero movies, and we love some good superhero talk. So that's what we doing, man. We mixing some flavors on to the sports show, man. Like my man's Kenny me the other day was just like, man, like, good to know it's a good sports show to listen to out in the area. I said, bro, we ain't just about sports no more, brother. We more than that. We are more than that. Excuse me. We are more than that on this District Live Sports Podcast Show, where we dishing out on every content of level, bro. Apparel, movies, sports, life. Shit, what's going on in your life, personally, mentally, man, spiritually, man. We just a connected group that we just bring a community along, and we share all these special things that we cherish about. And this movie right here, Avengers Doomsday. Bro. Second trailer that just popped out this upcoming week, bro. Man. Now, I'm gonna ask y'all this. Do y'all even know about Dr. Doom? Victor Doom? Huh? Like, we ain't talking about Ultron. We ain't talking about Loki. We ain't talking about Vengeance or Carnage or Thanos. Nah, bro. We're talking about Dr. Doom, bro. Victor Doom. And not from the Fantastic Four universe. I'm talking about the guy that's trying to take over the multiverse and keep everything to him. First of all, did y'all even watch the second preview? I know I did. That joint was like 2 minutes, and I love every second of it. My man was just telling me the other day, he's like, bro, I think Doomsday's gonna be trash. Ain't nobody not gonna convince me. Bro, I ain't had to say nothing. I just pulled it over my TV, watched it. Your man booked the ticket in the next minute. Like, I'm telling you, bro, Doomsday is really that. My thing I was just wanting to figure out on this segment. First of all, you starting out, you got the current Avengers, the Thunderbolts. Well, I guess the Delta Avengers, the Thunderbolts. Bucky, you got good Lord. Bucky, Natalie, what is it? The fake Captain America. You got the girl that be vanishing every second. Jesus. You got Natalie father. Some of them got serum in them. Pause. But yeah, not really a great. I mean, yeah, they got that one dude, bro. They got the Void. You know what I'm saying? Sentry, but as if he's stable enough to really go against. But you know that may play into the movie. We'll see. The current Avengers. Sam Wilson. Her change. She is considered as an Avenger. Cool. Ant-Man, no comment. Who you got? Falcon, Sam Wilson's sidekick. Um, Shoot, bro. I mean, Bruce Banner in this. I have yet to see Captain Marvel. She probably in the upcoming Marvel movie. Hopefully, thank God. Um, you got the Fantastic Four, cool little group. Familiar with Victor Doom. They're gonna explain about how they came about. You know, in post credits, if you've seen the Fantastic Four first steps about 2 years ago, or yeah, no, a year ago, matter of fact, when they had shown Doctor Doom with Franklin and the post credits. So that's some explaining with that. But I would say like maybe the star will be out of that group is Invisible Woman. Oh yeah, and Thor. Thor is in the other Avengers group. You know, with Sam Wilson and Ant-Man and Shang-Chi and all that. So, but from the look of it, I mean, he may be just the only strongest opponent you have. And you got the Wakandians. You got the people that came from the same side from Wakandians from the deep ocean with what's his name, Namor, or something like that. Yeah, I mean, if they was a team up, that'd actually be kind of cool. But I still don't think that's enough for Doom. You got the X-Men in their universe. That's really cool to see how that is chiming in. Even though Magneto and Dr. X is like a million years old. Don't see no Wolverine. Cyclops. You see who else? Mystique, no. Beast, I don't know. Nightcrawler, yeah, get out of here. Like bro, like the matchups against them, all combined. Love it. Love the cast. Love the teams. Love the build up. Enough for them? Bro, I don't even think all that is enough for Thanos. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get to the second question. My thing is, Dr. Doom is just seemed like the most terrifying guy in the entire oh my god, the entire movie, bro. The entire cast of all movies. Like from what I've seen and from what I've heard, the obstruction that he's caused and the trauma that he has brought because of what he supposedly went through, pretty insane. And that's some evil and corrupt type of content that we need to see. We need to see some death and see some people necks get broken and powers getting taken away and all that, man. We need some gore in these movies, man. Forget all the good guy wins, man. They ain't gonna win. Shoot. I don't know how can you win it with this guy. He just took over the goddamn universe. Looking like he stripped Loki out his powers and his clothes with goddamn shame. Shit. But my thing is, everybody knows when everybody come together, try to fight Doom, and he has control, like I said, of the universe. Now, the main question going into this, how would this lead to Secret Wars? I'm just saying, how will this bring up to Secret Wars on Battle World? And you got all the universes. You even got some missing characters from Marvel that they ain't even thinking about bringing up just to show on his picture. Did y'all even know that the duration on this movie is 3 hours? I talked to a guy this past week about it. I said, bro, as a grown ass man, I may wear an adult diaper in a movie theater. Like, I'm not going to the bathroom, bro. Like, I don't care. I'm gonna make sure I see everything. If anything, I'm seeing it like 3 times, bro. I booked it once for a 1 o'clock film on the day that it's dropping, the premiere, and I'm gonna see it like on the weekend, probably on a Sunday in the nighttime. And I'm gonna enjoy it each time, bro. And that's around Christmas time. I don't care. I really don't care. Like, that's gonna be the movie of the decade. Can it go up to Endgame or Infinity War? We'll see. But yeah, that's gonna be a sick movie. Appreciate you again. This is Live Sports. Thank you for tuning into another commercial. You got your latest District Live Sports apparel right here. District. My boy Dame Dollar is coming out with a bunch of apparel, bunch of collabs, bunch of ideas that he's dishing out left and right, here and there, showing all the great apparel that we got going on. I hope y'all know it's gonna be a lot of gear that's gonna be brought to stores, different establishments, communities. Man, we all over the place. And even with, besides the apparel, we got District Live Sports content and videography services. We got aerial services with drone services. We got different services that we can come around and make sure that DMV business is taken care of, advertised right, and marketed right. Please contact via email, social media, and check us out at District Live Sports. Let's tune in back to the show. Appreciate y'all again for tuning into a lovely episode, man. But tell y'all, man, we got some things to talk about, and we're probably halfway into it, but we still got a lot of beef to get up to, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. Excuse me. One of my favorite artists growing from the PG area, of course, DMV. Love my trap music growing up. The DMV trap. You got your Lil Dude, Coup de Fool, Shabazz, Long Live Gunu, Corleone, rest in peace, Baby Yacht. All the legends, man. We just had one of our greatest producers here the other day with A-Sean the Don. Seeing this mixtape, this album premiering real soon this month, bro. This is like a birthday present to me. And y'all know my birthday, right? August 28th, bro. Like, shout out to them Virgos, bro. You know, we kicking it off at the right part of the time of August, man. Leo season, y'all cool, but this is the Virgo season coming up now. So just want y'all to reiterate what's really going down. But we got the Coup de Fool and Shabazz premiering the Trap Brothers 2, dropping on August 25th. That's a great look. I just wanted to give a shout out to Coup de Fool and Shabazz for even reuniting and making this collab. I might have never seen this coming when they dropped this 10 years ago, about 10 to 11 years ago. The Trap Brothers 1 was insane. And even though when they had their little fallout at some point and they came back up over the years, don't know their personal relationship. I'm just a fan in the day. It's really cool to see as an older fan from back in that generation coming back out, and I'm actually anticipating to see what they do with that tape. So look out for that, DMV. If you out there, Coup de Fool Shabazz fans, you know what I'm saying, Trap Brothers 2, that's gonna be a hit to watch. And I know y'all paying attention to the shoe game. I ain't on one of the biggest shoe apparel guys, you know what I'm saying. I got a little few sneaks up my game, but one of my favorite growing up, as I got out of high school, was the Nike Air gloves. Now, I've been seeing them Jones walking around and everything. I know they got different colorways, but the classic black, white, and red with the zip up all the way at the toe, and you got the red shoelaces, man. One of my favorite shoes ever, man. I'm gonna pull up a picture of a throwback with me buzzing them in this show. Like, one of the greatest shoes. This came out on the 31st. I figured I just wanted to shout out one of those great shoes that was ever made from Nike. I think the last time that it dropped was like 2013. I think the first ever drop was 96. So Nike got some great history when it comes to shoes, but one of my favorite shoes right there. Just want to make sure that y'all tune into y'all apparel. Let's go ahead and get it right into the real topic here. DMV. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for the Washington Wizards this year? Look, they got ESPN, Bleacher Report. They got all these other sport headlines having y'all winning less than 40 games, but more than 35. It's not bad. It's not bad. With the additions with the team, looking good, man. I mean, start off with the number 1 overall pick, AJ DeBonta. You got additions for the bench for DeAndre Ayton, and you got a veteran presence like Chris Middleton. They didn't really lose nobody. Jaden Hardy shipped to us. D'Angelo Russell, I believe he went to Memphis. And from what I've heard, they rocking with Brian Keefe. Brian Keefe is going to be the charge of this team. All the young players that they got a nice foundation down there, man. You got Trae Young that's paid, already committed to the process of just winning. AD is buying in. You know, he hasn't gotten a new contract yet, but he's looking to lock in with the Wizards on this season and wanting to compete and see what this cast can do. You got young stars like Alex Sarr, Keyshawn George, Trey Johnson, Bub. You got young guys like Will Riley and Justin Watkins, Cam Whitmore. Like a lot of these guys that's coming in that are showing some really positive strides. That's relishing to the NBA really well. Blossoming in their second or third years. Like, and the rookie is like a phenom, a world phenom at that. Very popular, very well known, highly spoken of, very humble, very gifted. Wizards need that. Wizards haven't had a player like that since John Wall. I love Alex Sarr as what he brought to the Wizards, but as a star, man, you got a nice player with that's gonna be the face of the franchise after the older stars are leaving the departure at one point. With the schedule though, this is where you get interesting. And I'm not even a Wizards fan. Y'all know this. But to see that y'all got games where y'all are going to be broadcast on popular networks, man, salute, man. Salute, bro. Y'all got some shit going on. Y'all got some shit going on, bro. I'm talking about Peacock, NBC, ESPN, Prime. Like, y'all doing it. I mean, 6 primetime games is a little bit, but there's some teams that don't have none. None, bro. They got teams that got 0 primetime games. The Wizards got 6. And they were just the first team out of the draft with the first lottery pick. And they ain't had not one primetime game last year. And they got games on Broadcast Network, bro. Games where you gotta pay for subscriptions to watch this team and not just Monumental. Bro, shout out to the Wiz, bro. They really making strides, bro. Their first games, it's looking tough. You got the home opener with the regular season with the Milwaukee Bucks. That's looking like a W. You got the Toronto Raptors. You get a little iffy. And the game up to like October 30th when they get to the NBA Cup against the Hornets. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Wizards can surprise some people. Brian Keefe and these players can show some people what they're capable of. Are they going to be elite? No. Are they going to be fun to watch? Hell yes. Hey, it may be to the point, it may be too hard to miss watching those guys who, from the Summer League, man, shout out to my boy CJ. Bro, I hope you're watching this. My man dragged me out the house to go to the MGM and watch the first Summer League of AJ DeBonta, bro. And we was all deep watching this game, getting drinks, eating food, having a good time. I'm just like, imagine what the regular season's gonna bring. Capital One Arena, off the chain. Casinos, sport bars, watch parties, off the chain. The Wizards will be a entertaining team to watch. They will be a team where you have to think twice, game plan, strategize. As a team, per se. For a fan, I mean, I just feel like these are games now like, hey, man, is the Wizards playing? What time they play? What channel are you on? You got the My Mental app? Like, it's starting to get to that point, bro. I'm going to start to expect for Capital One Arena to at least bring up their ticket admissions. Why not? They're starting to be a team where they're getting jersey sales. They're getting pay-per-viewed on different networks. They're going to be introduced in different level of convos on different higher sport channels. You got interviews and you got brand ambassador deals with so many players that's already popular. I mean, you got exciting players with great characters and great player profiles that's just kind of hard to miss. I mean, AD, Trae Young, Alex R, Bub. You got some hometown guys on here. You got AJ DeBonta. Like, he's just everywhere. You know, when you search your phone. And I'm not trying to jazz it. I'm just saying, like, as of how the world is going in social media, like, in terms of streaming and reels and highlights and just interviews. It's just crazy. I just feel like the Wizards are going to be one of those teams that's just going to be like, hey, he's starting to become a household team in terms of popularity. And wins, we have to hold on that. I can only go far as October from what the schedule is showing me. You got the Milwaukee Bucks on the 21st. I think that's a W. You got the Toronto Raptors on the 23rd. I think that's a L. But then you got the Bulls, Hornets, Cavaliers, and then the Hornets again. I think all of them, they can possibly win. And I'm not trying to go deep into the schedule. It's 82 games. But why can't the Wizards prove people wrong? Why can't the Wizards show that people that they are the underdog team to really not make them a laughing stock no more? Why can't the Wizards show that they're a competent franchise and not just a doormat franchise? Why? You told me, this is Live Sports. But I ain't gonna wrap y'all up. You know who can wrap y'all up on the basketball. Shout out to my boy Nick. Shout out to the This is Live Sports podcast team. Shout out to my boy Dollar with District Apparel. Shout out to the broadcast team. We're trying to get here, do it bigger every day. I don't know if y'all can see that. Can y'all see this? Oh well. And shout out to everybody that's been rocking with us. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting us. This is the This is Live Sports podcast show. You tune in to the greatest host of all time, Rob Parker. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Y'all be safe. Love. Peace.